Tired of complicated streaming setups? Meet the Roku Streaming Stick Plus 2025, the simplest way to turn any TV into your personal entertainment hub. Just plug it in, connect to Wi-Fi, and you're ready to stream brilliant 4K and vivid HDR picture quality that makes everything pop. All your favorite apps, all in one place. Plus, over 500 free live TV channels with news, sports, and movies at no extra cost. Use your voice remote to power up your TV, adjust volume, or find what you love. No juggling remotes, no clutter. Take it anywhere. Hotel room, dorm, vacation rental, your shows go with you. And with Bluetooth headphone mode, you can stream privately without waking anyone. The Roku Streaming Stick Plus 2025. 4K clarity, HDR brilliance, and effortless streaming anywhere you go. Right now, it's not $39.99, it's just $29.99. That's a full 25% off for our listeners, but this deal won't last long, so don't wait. Tap the link or search Roku Streaming Stick Plus 2025 on Amazon and grab yours today before the price goes back up.
Welcome to the world premiere Word on the Streets. Ever feel it? The strange paradox of our time. Our lives are more convenient than ever, yet everything feels harder. We have the world in our pockets but struggle to get out of bed. Endless connection, and yet profound isolation. So pull up and get ready. We're diving deep into the comfort crisis and why everything feels like an uphill battle in a world that's built for ease. It's about to get real up in here. Greetings and welcome to the world premiere Word on the Streets. We're live every Thursday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. Don't miss out. After a week full of noise, constant confusion, and distraction, this is the show that cuts through the clutter. It's the hour of the week where real talk meets real truth. We bring conversations that challenge the status quo and stir something deeper in the soul. This isn't just commentary, it's clarity, purpose, and elevation. When you tune in, you're not just watching, you're waking up. A place where common sense still matters and lives. So, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, this is the world premiere Word on the Streets. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Put your hearts and hands together for the man who discovered his purpose and lives it loud, Larry Extraordinaire Moulton. And Mr. Gotta Get Your Mind Right and Open Your Eyes to the Blind Truth, the motivator himself, the amazing Keith Fletcher. And the man who brings clarity to chaos with the voice of reason you can't ignore, the one and only Mr. Vincent Craig. Make no mistake, there is no word without our host. Welcome to the movement. Welcome to the message. Welcome to the world premiere, Word on the Streets.
And good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the world premiere, Word on the Streets. Friends, we're so excited. We're always happy and excited to be back with you. And we want to talk with you all today. To put it very plainly, we want to cut through all the clutter and we want to reach you where you are. Friends, but before we get started in the program, I just gotta introduce to you two very important people which really need no introduction. But allow me anyway, friends. I'm talking about the one and only. This man have programs. He come before you every other day on Facebook. He have a very popular YouTube channel. And he just put the word out there for you. He tell you, you got to get your mind right. And if you can't get your mind right, Perhaps you're just too blind to see. I'm talking about the one and only, the amazing Mr. Keith Fletcher.
Well,
Yes,
hello.
sir. Yes, sir.
Well said.
And lady, go ahead on, my brother. Go
Oh,
ahead
no, I'm
on.
just saying, well said. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah. And the man, brother, the man who just bring, the man with the voice that seemed to just, where there's chaos, he bring clarity and calmness. And unfortunate tonight for us, friends, and for you, this man only going to be able to be with us the first half of the show. At 8, he's going to get out of here. But his even though his plate is so full, he still sacrificed time to be here. If not the whole show, he wanted to be here, part of the show, to give to you what's been given to him. I'm talking about the one and only Mr. Vincent Craig.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Now, with that being said, friends, we got a show for you tonight, and I might say cater to Keith Fletcher. We're gonna talk about this thing here. Let's see, Fletcher, the comfort crisis. Why everything feel harder in a world of ease. Why things feel so harder when we surrounded by a world of ease. We got cell phone at our fingertips. We can order food to come to us. We can order a movie in your bedroom, in your living room. Man, we got it so comfort, so easy.
Mm.
Why is it harder? Fletcher, break it down to us.
Man, the more you give, the less you know what I'm saying, you start understanding the receiver, man, the more you just giving something. Like our kids, we try not to give them all that stuff. What started happening to it, we start getting spoiled. We start getting lazy. And that's what I think was happening, man. We just getting lazy to the fact that things that's going on around us, and we just getting all this, what you say, glutton, that's what it's called, when, you all that, you just getting so much of it, man, and just eating. Like last night, I went to the veteran ball, and they got robots, man. The robots is here. The robots serving, the robots talking to you, shake your hand, giving you dap.
Wow.
It's like,
Wow.
wow, man,
That's
it's here. And at ease, like you said, just ordering food. Like my kids now, they order food. You know what I'm saying? Somebody ringing your doorbell, bringing your food. So it's a lot, what I'm saying, that's given to us. But, I think it make us lazy. You know what I'm saying? It take a lot from us from that. That's my opinion. It's just so easy.
Now we want instant gratification. The art of patience is on the decline for a lot of people. And I have to just catch myself. I'm glad for technology and all that it brings, but I was talking to one of my one of the leaders at the job, and we were talking about something, and it was this. It just came up, and it's like, man, he's like, I was going to the restroom and saw this guy, and he got his phone in one hand and at the urinal. It was like, we can't get away from our phones for 30 seconds to go use the restroom because we're so attached to it, right? So it's like we live in that society of it's just, we've always had these talks, right? It's 50-50. It's 50% good, 50% bad. It just depends on how you use it. It's yeah, it shocks me at times where we are, but again, you have to know where you are, right? So I don't want to miss out. So I have to get exposed to certain things of it. It's just I have to be disciplined.
lithic. I hope I'm saying it right. And Paleolithic describe how we are as human beings. And it's very simple. We're very primal type people. We're very primitive to the core. You hungry? I feed you. You need shoes? I get you shoes. We solve problems. Fletcher talk about this also. We are problem solvers. Don't bring us a problem if you don't want a solution. That's how we are wired up. We're built that way. But now all of a sudden, the way that we were built, we were created, we having to adjust to this new society of instant gratification. You hungry? You order food and it come to your house. I don't have to get up, go drive, and get you the food. You want to watch a movie? We don't no longer have to drive to the theater. We now can have the newest movie right in the comfort of our home. So with all this conveniency, that thing inside of us, we still have a hunger and drive for that thing that is inside of us, and which explain why we sometimes do the things that we do. This is why we sometimes wash the car, because we still yearn for a certain gratification that the electronic just can't give us. We still want to do certain things for yourself or for someone else. And although you can send, sometimes you could do it electronically, but it's a certain kind of fulfillment we get when we do it ourselves. And this is where we at here on the platform. We try to bridge both worlds together to create what we call a balance.
Mhm.
You all heard the term before, work life balance. Well, now we have new terminology where is technology and human being. We are trying to get adjusted with the new world that we're living in. It's a world of technology. And for whatever reason, Fletcher and Vincent, we should have saw this coming, but we didn't. We should have saw it coming when we were driving cars and the car was helping us get to destination, and we didn't know quite where we were. And Siri or whoever you have in your car will help guide and get you there. But even at that time, I don't think that we saw the revolution of where we are today. As Fletcher just explained, robots serving food, robots now bringing food. If you on a university campus, these little robots, they just drive all over the campus to bring you your pizza and what happens. So we're trying to get adjusted to that. And meanwhile, while we're still trying to get adjusted to this technology world and fulfilling our innate self, we still have relationships in our home, on the job, with friends. And you put all of that together, that's a lot of juggling we have to do to find some balances. I know I went long, but somebody help me out.
Yeah, I'll jump in. I'll say I saw a lot of the clues coming. It just sometimes people have to be aware of the surroundings, right? Like we've been subject matter. Everything that's been going on, we've been the, if you want to call it, the test dummies, right? The world has been the test dummies on everything that's been going around. Like you said, the cars, right? We saw it in the supermarkets when they started getting automated things, right? We saw it when the car washes, right? It was no longer the stand-up car wash where you get the drive-through car wash. There's been a lot of signs, right? AI has been around for a long time. I want to go back to what you were saying is about it being so easy. So I'm in the accounting world. So I have two new teams. Uh, I was bought in basically to turn things around and help things, but at the same time, I was bought in to help people become critical thinkers, to collect more money, to know how to attack the strict note, know how to put the strategy in place. There's so many times that things are escalated to me, and it's easy for me to just do it and say, okay, let's get this done. Sometimes stuff has to break in order for it to fix. But I also want to give people an opportunity, because I don't want to just give them the answer. I want to sit back and say, hey, come back. What is it that you saw? Okay, you had everything lined up in front of you. We're living in an age of where people just want the answer and they want to get it out of the way, right? But I want to be able to teach people on how to think and how to solve, how to get the answers to the problems. Like, I need to see the meat and the potatoes of it, right? There's a lot of people that they just want to get the answer and just move on. For me, it's about coaching. It's about seeing people to get better. I can't help people get better if I'm continuing to give you the answer. There's something off in the blog and it's talked about comfort. I always tell people this, and Keith knows this as well, and everyone that's in the workout uh, in the health industry. There's no growth in comfort. I repeat, there's no growth in comfort. Your muscle is not going to grow until you tear it down, until you break it down and let it rest and then start back over again. People want things so comfortably, but it's like, again, we've said this before, people want to be a star, but they don't want to put in the work. Once they see the work that goes into it, then it's like, okay, maybe that's not what I truly want. So for me, it's about just wanting to see people to get better and not just give them the answer and enabling them. It's about coaching them, walking them through, letting them make the mistake, letting them feel comfortable with making a mistake, and then getting better with it.
My let me see how I can put this. It's always a yin and a yang. You know, most like I said, most people want to be told what to do. There's a difference between the people being managers and being leaders. Most people want to be told what to do. It makes it easy. Just give it to them and they get it. And this world that we in is going to separate the people that won't have and the have-nots, the doers and the doers. It's going to be more influent now. You know what I'm saying? Just because we got these computers and all this stuff that's coming, it's still some things you got to do. You got to repair it. We got to use it. You got to do something to it. Even the prompts like on AI, you got to know how to use the prompt on AI. So you got to do something in these things. You know what I'm saying? So even so, you get lazy. Like I tell my son, I tell my kids, and like we said, it's true. They'll ask me something, and I say, "Man, you got the phone? Ask the phone. Ask Siri." And it'd be like, I want you to do something." Well, why did you do that? Well, you can tell me. I want you to do something so you can learn to see and see it hear it your way, not me telling you that to do something. So, like I say, and people say we getting dumber. I don't think everybody get dumber. I think the way you use it, you know what I'm saying, you get lazier to the fact that it's so much easier to go ahead and just do this instead of do that. You're going to have to want to know why that robot does what it does. You know what I'm saying? You got to want to know why that phone can do the things that it does. Why AI. See, then when you start seeking that, to seek something, you got to question it. And once you start questioning, that's the journey right there. And I think that as long as we got people that's questioning it, that's how things get better. There's always going to be people that's going to do and that ain't going to do. And we're going to make excuses, the ones that get left behind. Like you said, going to the gym. The ones that go, like I tell people, you can come to the gym. You can get on that treadmill. You can show up and do all these things. But the point is, are you going to come to the gym? The lights are on at the gym. The air's on, but the treadmill's ready, but you'll go there, the gym will be empty. You know what I'm saying? To get there. So again, the doers and the people that gonna do and the people that ain't gonna do. Some people I love technology. I love all these things that come, but I'm the person I want to solve a problem. I want to know why. Because if I want to know why, and once I know why, that can help me to somebody that don't know, like you said, I can help somebody and show them the way why, not just say do this. Why am I doing this? You know, why this is this is this is this. That's me. But I think what's going on is I'm from a different era. And we can say all this stuff what we saying, but our kids and their kids, this all they gonna know. You know what I'm saying? What the car you had to crank up with the wheel, the Model T back in the day, they had to. We don't know nothing about that. We just get in our car and go. We push the button now and drive. But back in the day, they had to jump up, you know what I'm saying, or hit the motorcycle. We take that for granted, and we passed on that. But the people before us, they had to do that. People before us had the horse and carriage. You know what I'm saying? So I just think as we evolve, I know us, we said, because we were in those days, but as technology grows, it's going to find another way to say, hey, and do another way. You know, I'm just pro technology. But I'm pro human. I mean, more than anything, I think we will evolve before technology. You know what I'm saying? Because we flying planes, but still planes fly themselves, but they still got a person in that plane. The plane is really computerized, go to the destination just like that, but somebody's in that plane just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
I'm pro, and I think we always gonna be a part of it. But it's thing like you said. So we gotta always be asking, seeking, and asking questions so we can say, hey, what is this? Why is this? or we get caught up and like you said with the ease, like to me, ordering food at my house at 2 in the morning, it yeah, that's easy. But what other things come with it? You know what I'm saying? What other things
Right.
at your door? Is that the food guy? You know what I'm saying? But is that the food guy you're gonna rob? You know, those things that we just like, though, you know, so and they'll find a way to do something different from that, you know. But when I saw Walmart, the what you call that? Not the helicopter, but what the thing they got fly now, automatic,
Those drones.
About the
drone.
dreams.
I saw my first drone a while ago, and they brought the food and dropped the cord down in the people's backyard, put the package
Mhm.
down, flew back up, and was gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know,
Yes.
it's amazing to me. You know what I'm
It,
saying?
it is amazing.
It's amazing, and but okay, now this is what I'm gonna say now. So we got all this stuff. Now, what do you do with your time? That's the question.
Yeah,
Now that free
that's the question.
time, before you had
That's the question. We have all these things to help us to have more time.
what do you
That's
do
right. Go ahead on.
time is the question. All these abilities, that's the problem right there. Are you using your time wisely? What are you doing? You got all this time now. Before you had to go to Walmart, get a cart, pull your cart, get a cart, go in there, fight the lines, go in the cash register. Now you don't have to do that. What are you doing with your time? Looking at Netflix? It's so easy, like Charles said, we got movie theaters in the house now. We got a whole movie theater in the house. Now you see that you
That's right.
you eating popcorn, hamburgers. Now you're getting fat. You know what I'm saying? You gaining weight. Now you're dealing with your health, your mental. See, these are the things that go deep into that. What are you doing with that free time? That's what I would question. Not the
That's absolutely
technology.
right.
What are you doing with that time that you have not with it? That's it.
I'd like to welcome someone in the chat room by the call name of 889368. IFY, welcome to World Premiere Word and Streets.
Welcome.
We're happy
Welcome
to
here.
have you here. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, yeah, thank you all. I was trying to find out, give you a hand. Thank you very much. And I want to stir the pot a little bit, gentlemen. I want to stir the pot a little bit because you said something, Fletcher, that you was telling your son, but this apply, I think, to everybody out there. So often, so every now and then someone will ask you a question, and maybe we may respond as Fletcher did, and most of the time, this is what you will hear. The feedback will be, "It ain't gotta be all that." What you mean it ain't gotta be all that? And I'm like both of the gentlemen here on the platform. Sometimes we don't just want to give you that answer, not because we don't want to give it, we just want you to know it for yourself. We will point you in a direction so you will go and get and eat it. You will be able to eat that meal over and over again as much as you want to, instead of just the tidbit we give you. So a lot of time people will point you in the right direction. But we understand we're living in a world now, and the reason why we may get a reply like it doesn't have to be all that, because they used to just grabbing their phone and hit a couple of buttons and they get more than they ask for.
Mm,
However, they still, it's like Fletcher said, you can have the computer, but if you don't know the right prompt to put in there, you're not going to get the information you desire,
yeah.
even though you have access to it.
Mm,
And so people still need people. And a solution that we are putting on the platform to you all who tuning in for the first time, welcome to the show, is to give yourself some time. We say this all the time on the platform, Fletcher. Carve out some time for yourself. Start if you're just totally immersed in technology on your cell phone, social media, whatever, you just totally immersed on it, can't seem to have it from your hand at no moment, then you may have to start 5 minutes at a time to give back to yourself. What I mean 5 minutes, I mean 5 minutes of no tech, just you. 5 minutes. and allow that to grow. And who knows, you might even grow up to 30 minutes. You might grow up to giving your body a walk, giving your body, you may grow to doing something for your body that you forgot how good it felt to walk in the sunlight, feel the breeze, to meet someone whom you never met before because you were so busy being connected to technology and not connected to people. Somebody talk to me. Vincent got about 3 more minutes to be with us, so Vince, won't you
Yeah.
talk to us before you exit?
Yeah, it just goes back to what I was originally saying. It's we have to stop enabling people and allow people to think. Can't always like my job is to help people to get better. I'm not hiring people and then doing their job for them. It's I'm old school. The way I think is I have to use my muscle memory. I have to practice. I have to see someone do it. I don't. There's an old saying, and I don't know if you guys know this. If you've ever worked in an industry where you use the computers or you have to use a certain program, 5 to 10% of the world of the people that use that program know want to figure out how it works, want to break it, want to get into it. The other 80 to 90% just want to know just enough to get the job done. That's it. Like, let me just know what I need to do to get this done. And it's like my mind is the complete opposite. I want to break stuff. I want to see how it operates. I want to see. Keith's a mechanic, right? I've seen him teach his kids how to figure out like how to change the brakes, right? Like you got to have a good memory to be able to take stuff apart, put it down, pick it back
Yeah.
up,
And
remember where it goes.
remember where that
Right?
stuff goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nowadays they have YouTube where they can go on there and it'll show you step by step. We didn't have that in the era of when we were working on cars. It was either fix it, break it, or either once. If you didn't fix it right the first time, you got to keep trying to make it work unless you got money to take it to a mechanic, right? So it starts with the mindset. And again, the smartphones and all these things are supposed to be making us smarter if we utilize them right. But if we're not, and if we lose it, and if we're not using that time, like I told people, when they retire, a lot of people worry about the financial aspect of will I have enough money? No, what are you going to do with your time once you retire? Because you have to fill that void. And it's like a lot of people go crazy within the first 2 years of retirement because it's like they don't know what to do because they didn't plan for that.
And like you
That's
said, that time is the most important thing. That Vince is saying that. What are you doing that time? But again, we got all this at hand, like you said, YouTube showing there. But Vince going to YouTube and look up how to work on cars. People don't do it. We have all this available to us, and they still don't do it. So
they don't.
we think people are doing these things. We think people are doing because we think because oh if I had this, oh man, look at all this. But
Talk, brother.
people not doing it. They're not being aware. They're too busy. They do distracted. It's much easier to go pay somebody. Then they complain about what they pay. So I think, like I said, yes, we have so many tools, so many weapons in front of us. I think they got to the point that we don't even know how to use the weapon. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to use the sword. We don't know what sword I'm gonna use. We got 2 minutes, but this sword, but this one cut here. They got an edge, real edge on, it, and I think we just make it overcomplicated. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when my son, I do mechanic, I say mechanic inclined. I want him to touch it, you know, and I want him to think about it. You know, I'm like, I challenge him. You know, and like Ben said, we need to challenge people more to that. Yes, you got the technology, but what do you use the technology for? You got to go farther beyond and just saying, it told me to do this, do that. But why are you doing it? What made that plug, that made that the car do that? Why did it just go on 5 miles an hour? Well, I just changed the part, but what made that part, you know what I'm saying, go bad? You know, you didn't change the air filter. You didn't clean. You didn't put no gas treatment. You didn't maintenance it. You know what I'm saying? So now we got preventive maintenance, and see that's what we got to start learning how to do to see things before it happen. Preventive maintenance, and that's what we're going to do. And that is never going to change. You know what I'm saying? You still going to have to look ahead. And that's the human way that we got to look ahead of things before it comes. You still can use the technology, but you still have a formal way of thinking to help you. You know what I'm saying? To get that
That's
forward.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what,
Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. When we come back, it's going to be Fletcher and I chopping it up. Vincent got to exit out of here. We're going to take a short commercial break. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be back in less than 3 minutes.
Before we close tonight, mark your calendar for the next world premiere Word on the Streets episode, when personal goals isolate you from your partner. It's one you'll want to lean in for, because chasing your dreams shouldn't cost you your connection. All right, family. Now it's time to go deeper. This is the moment where we peel back the layers, challenge old thinking, and get real about what's truly holding us back and what can finally push us forward. So grab your journals, lean in, and don't just listen, engage. And if something resonates with you tonight, do us a favor. Subscribe, like, and share this message with someone who needs it, because the conversation we're having is bigger than us. This is the world premiere Word on the Streets.
You know that feeling? You wake up in a soft bed, you grab a perfectly brewed coffee from a machine, you have the entire world's knowledge in your pocket, and yet just picking a shirt to wear or answering a simple email can feel like a monumental task. We're living in the most convenient time in human history, but we're more drained, more distracted, and more overwhelmed than ever. And we've been blaming ourselves, thinking we're lazy or broken or not disciplined enough. But what if I told you it's not you? It's your environment. We are suffering from a comfort crisis. Here's the hard truth. Your brain and body are ancient hardware running on modern software. You are wired for struggle. You are designed to solve problems, to overcome resistance, to hunt for your food, metaphorically and literally. That struggle is what releases the neurochemicals that make you feel strong, capable, and alive. But we've engineered all that struggle out. We've replaced the hunt with a delivery app. We've replaced the tribe with a timeline. We've replaced the tangible satisfaction of building something with the empty, fleeting hit of a notification. And your spirit is starving. Your brain is bored. It's being underutilized. So it creates its own drama. Anxiety, brain fog, procrastination. Because some stress is better than none. So the goal isn't to make life even easier. The goal is to make it harder on purpose, to voluntarily reintroduce the friction that your biology craves. Take the stairs. Cook the meal. Have the difficult conversation. Read the book. Get bored. Get uncomfortable. Because on the other side of that voluntary discomfort is the person you're meant to be. Focused, resilient, and powerfully alive. It's not about rejecting comfort. It's about choosing challenge. Your biology is begging for it.
All right, family, don't stop those comments. We're reading every one. You are not alone in this feeling. And that's exactly why we have to keep pushing into this uncomfortable truth. We're exploring why everything feels harder in a world of ease.
Thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in to the world premiere Word on the Streets, where we're live every Thursday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. Fletcher and I, we're going to chop back in this discussion, friends. And we're just happy to be on and happy that you all joined to be on with us. Fletcher, this is really a conversation that you have often talked about on World Premiere and also on The Blind Truth and on your channel on Facebook. This idea that we have to give back to ourselves. You even have gone as far as to say, if you got to get up, and you're not saying this is for everyone, but you say in your case, you get up at 3 a.m. in the morning to give to yourself. Now, the point is, friends, I'm not advocating you get up at 3 in the morning, but what I'm saying, there are moments in time in your life where you must, I stress that word must, because it's possible. And if I don't say the word must, you may not take it seriously. So I want you to take it seriously because it's just that necessary. It's just that necessary that you separate yourself not just from technology, but separate yourself from others and give back to yourself. Feed yourself. Fletcher, can you talk about that a little bit for our community?
Well, like you said, I get up at 3. That's my time. But before that, when I was, had working. I mean, at one time I had 2 jobs. I love going to the gym. I love my training my body. That was my time for myself, spiritually, mentally, and physically. You know what I'm saying? Working out, building myself, going through things, fighting that battle with myself. And I used to go to the gym. But what came up over my life, and I've been doing it all my life. And the crazy thing about it, when I got cancer, and I was in the hospital, I remember the doctor looked at me, I had my shirt off, and he was looking at me. And he said, man, I had stage 4 cancer. He said, we can save you. We can save you. And it was because of that working out. It was because of that dedication I put into that gym, put into my body. That's why I'm here to this day. You know what I'm saying? Because I gave myself time. That's what it's about right there. Giving myself time. And it might be time. We say,
Yeah. I mean, we don't even see it coming.
yeah.
What if you were just right? What if you were just feeding yourself off that instrument in your left hand and your right hand, and not feeding your body
Mhm.
with the things you were doing, the working out, the eating right, all of that stuff.
And see, and that's what I mean about time. Not just eating. What about learning about a lot of people have financial issues? What about that time you took that time out to dedicate yourself to leading and say, and you in debt, get yourself out of debt. Let's learn about finances. Hey, you want to be a homeowner? Let me spend that time to get my research. Let me spend that time to learn things, or go get me a job to dedicate myself to something that I believe that I want. Go back to school and get some better skills. Go learn AI. These things right here is time for you. Making that dedication, that time. Because now, like again, things are so easier. You have technology right in your hand. You can learn so much. Like we just said, YouTube, you want to work on a car. I want to be a mechanic. You can sit there and learn things that we would have never, it would have took us years to learn. And you can learn it right there in your hand in the comfort of your home. So that's why I ask you, everything is easy. So okay, if everything is easy to you, you got all this free time. What are you doing with your free time? That's the question. And you have
And
people
see, that's
compare,
that's major. That
yeah,
is major.
that's,
So he's given some solution right there. These things don't have to be a hindrance. You can make these things a plus.
yeah.
I think I'm hearing you right.
That's exactly right. That's what I'm saying. And I'm a solutionist. I'm not no person that always woe is me, a victim up there. I want to solve, like I said, we're here to solve a problem. We're here to fix an issue. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making, I don't like to make excuses. I tell my children that and friends that know me. I'm talking about, what about this? Have you tried this? Let's look at this. I know somebody that did. Let's go ask them. I just don't want to give up on it. I don't know because, raised and I was in the military too. You know what I'm saying? We learned it's no giving up. So I just, I believe. And like I say, I like technology, and I heard Vince say, he old school, he don't want to change. And I'm saying, see, you're going to have to change. And I know change, we uncomfortable to change. But we change, not change and adding to. I wouldn't say I want to change everything here, but I do want to enhance the things I know. And technology enhances things for you in the way that it make it better for you, make it easier for you. You know what I'm saying? And you have the way to use it. So people don't I understand. People don't like change, but if you have a
Right.
plan, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying,
Right.
how to do the thing. You got to plan out the way how these things can help benefit you and the way you want to use it. Because we using technology right now, me extraordinaire, and with these backgrounds, and we talking right now. He in a whole another state. I'm in another state, and we can do these things, collab together, and do some good things with this technology, man, and help people, heal people, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? And this time for our hour, we can do this and separate
As if we together.
as is we together. You know what I'm saying? As is we together. So
Yeah.
it connects us too. You know what I'm saying? It's a way of connection and forming and stuff in a good way. So it's a lot of things that we can use, but how are you using it and what are you doing with your time with it? You know what I'm saying? I done learned so much on how to start a business. Even that I can't see. Let me show technology. I can't see, but I know I can have a book read to me now. Before, back in the day, my grandfather was blind, we was that book. We was reading the book to him. We were reading the Bible to him. Now I can sit in my home, put my hair, and then I don't have to. I can tell it, hey Siri, read this book to me. So like your blog, you got a thing in the blog. I go to the blog, I hit read out loud, and then read it to me. Read the whole blog to me. You know what I'm saying? So these technologies have things that make it easier for me. So now what do you do with that information? You know what I'm saying? How do you use it to benefit you? And I think a lot of us take it for granted. That's what you mean by being so easy to be struggling. I think we take it for granted, especially the kids that's in the technology. This all they know. Us, we like, oh my God, we got a magic wand. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the rotary phone. You know what I'm saying? We had things that text messages, the pager. So to us, it's like, oh my God, because our kids, they just take it for granted because this is all they know. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, yeah, oh, the phone, yeah, oh yeah. Let me ask Siri. And me, I'm like, hey, it's so crazy to me. Like like you said about getting directions. And you be riding with people, and people still get lost. I was like, man, how do you get lost? I mean, it just blows my mind that people got the phone and got the, they're going and they still miss their turn. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Put the voice on. You know what I'm saying? Put this on and this. How do you do this?
Now the thing, Fletcher, let's talk about this a little bit. See, even the title, sometimes like Fletcher and I, we come up with a title because we know that's where most of the people are. That title it says the comfort crisis. See, that comfort crisis is a crisis for most of you all, but like Fletcher say, maybe because we're from another school, we don't look at it as a crisis.
Yeah, we don't have. We don't. Don't look at it. A lot of them don't look at it like that.
Talk about that a little bit, please, brother. Talk some more.
But like I said, Fancy gone now. He can't speak, but I'm just saying, he's looking at it like it's a Christ. People doing this, people doing that. I don't look at it like a Christ. You know what I'm saying? It adds value. You know what I'm saying to me. But because again, think about it. When we had the rotary phone, man. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know what was going on. I'm gonna say this right now. It got dudes in prison. The people in prison, they call home on their phone. They got phones in jail, tablets in jail. They have connection to their loved one. They get to see their children growing up. They get to see that, be there to see their children. You know what I'm saying? It's a connection that you before you weren't. Some of them didn't get no family, so you didn't have to see anything. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see your mother. Just that alone. That the ones in prison. I'm saying that when they got locked up. If you didn't go visit, they wouldn't have no one. You know what I'm saying? You get a phone call. You're like, man, how you calling me? I got a phone. Mm-hmm. In prison? What you know what I'm saying? So, and the people that didn't have it before, think about it. I mean, they're like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? But we'll take the ones that been having, we'll take those for granted. But like I said, I think like our kids look at things like, I was telling my son something about Madden when I first played football. I said I was the first one. He said, Dad, you played Madden football on the system. You played Madden when it first came out. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, I played. Matter of fact, I played the first football game when they put it on Atari with square men, and they go do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. So now imagine when I look at Madden technology now, I'm like, oh my God, But my kids saying, Dad, it's terrible. This is look it's chocolate. They're gonna do it better. And I'm like, but they, so again, it's right to them on how things move slow. We had the dial-up short there. Now they have 1 second that they don't connect. Man, I'm
don't remind me about the dial-up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, they talking about, man, my internet moving slow. Man, we had the dial-up. So again, it's a crisis to them, but us, you know what I'm saying, that we know where it was and where it have came to. You know what I'm saying? I think we have a little bit more patience, a little bit more understanding, and a little more like, wow. And some people that never did, they fear, but I know I've been doing technology. I loved it when it first came out, even like I said, the dial-up, I was connecting to the internet. I bought my first computer. I broke my first computer down and see what's inside of it. I'm that guy that
Right,
yeah,
right, right,
all the autonomous driving, the TVs that when you had the big booty TVs. Now we got I can hang it on
right.
walls
Just
like a picture.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pick it up. Even a child can carry a
yeah,
TV.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's so much things, but again, so let's move that out of the way. Now that we got all that, what are you doing with that free time? What are you doing with it? That's the question I have. And I tell my son them that they say, hey, you put too much time into that, but you don't put
That's what I was just about to say there too, and you pick up on that. I want to interject though. Not only what are we doing with the time, but I want to make a point of inference, Fletcher, because this part is very necessary. As much as you love technology, as much as I love technology, you still give your body time to take a walk.
no, yeah,
You still give your body time to go to the gym.
yeah,
You still give your body time to go and meet and talk with people.
yeah,
And these things are solution, friends. See, we miss the solution for thinking we is that song too simple. We need to find it. Something you don't have to Google. We sharing with you. You don't have to Google this. And the reason why you want to Google it, because it's gonna require something of you. It's gonna require your time. It's gonna require a commitment. And we're living in a world where we don't want to commit. Fletcher, we want that constant, instant gratification. The reason why TikTok blew up and was phenomenal because it's like Fletcher said, he told me, man, they are on 24/7. And it's like they never get tired,
never.
constantly. So we're trying to interject you to give you some balance. Take love it, but what do you do, Fletcher? That's a great question. What are you doing with it?
Yeah,
You got all of this. I told Fletcher, man, I used to criticize the boys in the biblical days, being in the Garden of Eden. I mean, hell, they living in paradise,
man, everything.
and I used to just mock them at them. But here we are. We're somewhat, you might say, we're living in a world of paradise. You could be hungry at 2 in the morning. You can dial up and have food brought to you. You can have medicine. You sick, Fletcher, you don't have to get in your car to go get that prescription.
Nope.
Bring it right to your house.
At any time of the day, anytime.
Any time of the day. With all of
Right.
that though, but you're not going to give back to your body. So now your body, like you say, your body don't tell you 5 years from now, you're going to have a heart attack. You keep eating those hamburgers, don't work out. You see, that's why you got to give back. You have to give back to you. And we're here, we're knocking, we're giving you some information. Don't overlook it, friends. Go ahead on, Fletcher. I wanted to say that, man, because you so often talk about these things.
Nah, and that's what I'm saying. The connection. You know what I'm saying? How do we connect with that? And again, like my son don't play the game, and they, when you get on the game, you can pair up to. And sometimes I tell my lad they be having like 15 of their friends all together playing the game, all together talking and laughing and stuff like that. It's just a different way of connecting. You know what I'm saying? But then
Yeah.
that's time to do something else. What are you pouring into yourself? I tell my younger son, I say, you done got them endorphins that you connected and you high. Now you got to crash
Mhm.
down. Now, what do you do
Mhm.
with yourself after that? You know what I'm saying? And I think
Right.
just like sports and all these things, we're so connected to other things now, but it's a time and place for all of that. Now, that's what I think about technology. Even with TV, like Netflix and the movies and the game, now you have access right there 24/7. You know what I'm saying? You watching people talk, even the information that you're getting, you don't know if the information real or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say the bad things about it. But what do you choose? But how do you get away from all that and pour into you? You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by the time. Yes, it's good to freeing up time, but really, what are you doing with that time? You know what I'm saying? How do you take advantage of the time? Like you said, I still gonna go with a walk. I go walking. I put my head. You see me? I always got my headphones on, but I'm listening to a book. You know what I'm saying? I'm pouring into me. That's my time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People say you don't walk. You walk to the gym 2 miles there, 2 miles back. I got my exercise. I learned something. I enjoy the nature. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, while I'm walking, and I met some people on my way. I done met people that because I've been doing it and they see me and now we started talking. It's a connection. You know what I'm saying? And getting out, getting sun rays and all those things too. So that's what I say. What are you doing with your time? And when you take it out, get out at a time, that's the journey. You know what I'm saying? Once you get out there in that space, you start connecting and learning more. But like I said, adding technology to it, you know what I'm saying, and using it at the right time. What I said. You just can't just all technology. You got to have some time to yourself. And right
Right.
time to yourself, you use the technology. You know what I'm saying? You use the phone, you use you use the thing to motivate to help you through it. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You get on the treadmill, and then even on the treadmills and bikes now, you can get in a room with community.
Even on the treadmill, that's right.
You get
Right.
on the
Even in the workout industry, they
yeah.
got technology to help you improve your workout.
But you're gonna be doing the workout in the community, riding the bikes with a whole community, and somebody pushing you, motivating you. So yes, all these things with technology tying it to, but it's human interaction too. So we just gotta wait to have the time to do it, man. Like I said, the
It
crisis.
really is. It
Yeah,
really is a beautiful time if you focus on the good.
yeah, yeah. And I
You
think a
can
lot.
focus on the good, or you can focus on the gossip. They
Yeah.
got a lot of gossip, but the choice is yours.
But you got to know when to disconnect from the technology too. Like you said, that's what we're talking to you. We're not saying against technology, but you do have to have a time and place every day. You got to know how to disconnect in that human side of you. Go, you know what I'm saying? Spend time with yourself, spend time with your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Take a
Right.
walk, go do these
Yeah.
things. Go to do some adventure things, go do some things, walk and go and take a vacation and put them down. It's a time and place for
Yeah.
all this.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing too when you get back to have that human connection,
Yeah, that
to
human
actually laugh and talk with another person.
yeah.
It's a feeling that the tech just can't give.
Yeah, and really get to know that. Just like you on social media, you don't know if that person's true or not, but to really connect with somebody in person and really see that and go over to their house. And I was telling even a date, man, to meet someone, how do you act when they come to the house? I was telling the young lady, and I'm telling her, I said, when you date, I say, or how are you when you invite somebody over, the guy that you've been meeting, are you coming over? I said, what do you have on? He was like, what? What you mean what I have on? I said, do you have yourself with some little cotton you have the pants, the hair not done. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to
Yeah.
cook, like the mute. I say, why don't you set a stage? You know what I'm saying? We done got away from that. You just come there, you smell the food cooking, you got a little wine,
Yeah.
you got the
Yeah.
you got the lights, you got candles lit. You know what I'm saying? You got yourself
Yes.
together. Those things matter, and I think we get way away from. I don't have to do all that. They saw my pictures, yeah. So we got to go back to
Yeah, that's the famous word. I don't have to do all that. It doesn't have to be all that.
all
Well,
that. Yeah, that,
some of
that.
all of that is still good.
But again, that's what we would say. The technology start making you lazy. It start making you lazy. Then you start making excuses, and then you at that point. It's so easy now. You done gave into the technology because you sit there and watch Netflix, watch football. You can tell the computer go get your food. You can put the thing in the crock pot. There's no crock pot now. You just put the instant food, put it in the microwave, or you got now you ain't got to never leave home. You see what I'm saying? So now you have no connection. Now you put the weight. Now you haven't learned that. It just, what I'm saying, now it's a different way, it's different things that happen then.
So what we've done, we have substituted things that it's like anything else. There's two sides. I think I heard somebody say this before. There's two sides to everything. There's good and there's bad. You, we have the power to choose the good or the bad. I submit to you that I see more good than I see bad from where I sit, from where I live, from the way I operate and the way I think. And we're suggesting to you to utilize these things for your advantage, to your advantage, to please you an advantage. What you said?
No, I'm sorry, cough.
Yeah. But you can interject, man. I'm gonna stop there.
I had cough. No, I agree with you, man. I call it the good, the bad, the ugly. You know what I'm saying? But all works out for the best. You know what I'm saying? And showing that, and sometimes we can't distinguish what's the good, what's the bad, and what's the ugly. It depends on who says it. You know what I'm saying? So all in the eye of the beholder. So like I said, me and you choose. We love technology, but somebody else will say something different. But again, I ask you how you using it and how you using your time. You know what I'm saying with that technology. That's what I would question them right there. How you using that, and then what do you use? How's your life looking with that technology? Because like remember I told you straight now, they got
Right.
people that don't have computers in their home. A person,
What happened?
can you hear me? Yeah, I was telling you, still got people that don't have computers in this time in that era in their own home. A laptop, they got tablets. They don't even own a
Okay.
computer.
What
So
what if
we
I
got a lot of work. So
prefer?
it just you back?
Yeah.
I don't know
Let's
if Troy
see.
there is available. We had a connection issue.
All right. You there? We both there now. Go right ahead. Can you hear me?
But I'm still alive.
Yeah. Go right ahead.
You back?
I
Oh,
am. Yeah. I'm there, but I don't know if you could hear me.
I can see you hear you now. You went off
Can
for
you hear me?
yeah, now I can before I couldn't.
Let me see.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Great. Great. Great.
Yeah, I was
All
telling
right.
you
Go right ahead. Let's
that
go back. Let's continue
a
talking.
lot of people don't have own a computer at their home. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talk about technology. People don't. It's still people that don't own a computer, so they're still working through that. They can't fully get that experience. They just got tablets. You know, tablets can't do as much as a laptop or a desktop. So it's still you got people that are behind it don't want to touch that will say I don't trust technology and they haven't even used it to the full of the technology to say that.
Now, that person that we acknowledged earlier, we I found out that it's Ladiana. Ladiana, welcome to World Premiere Word on the Streets, and she's very lively in the chat room. So we're talking about this thing, the comfort, how technology has made us comfortable, friends. Do you find technology have made your life easier and better, but has it also made it so comfortable for you until you find yourself neglecting to do things that you ought to do, that you should do, but you don't do because of technology? And that's what Fletcher and I we're talking about right now. Fletcher, you want to add some more to that, brother?
What they said in the chat about the technology? No, like I say again, you know, everybody know how I feel about technology. Yeah, I made my little media room, and I'm excited about it. It's so much that you can't even touch. But I'm just learning how to pace myself now because it's technology is coming so fast. It's just coming so fast. So I'm at the point that you just pacing myself because I remember at one time I wanted the big screen TVs, and now you get the TVs that it got a new one 4K 12. It got all kind of resolution. It just changes so quick. You buy it and it's already outdated. So it just moves
Right,
so fast, man. Somebody say
right.
something extraordinary.
Yeah. Ladiana is saying streaming on two channels. I apparently navigate to both without realizing,
Yeah.
which is things we could do now with the aid of technology.
Just like in
But here's huh?
the beginning of the show, you were showing that Roku stick. We got the Airbnb and we got those Roku sticks, and so all those things we don't have to pay for cable. You know what I'm saying? So we can put that in there. Let me show you how to benefit us. We put the sticks in there, and people can come in and use it. We pay a one-time fee, but before you had to pay cable. You know what I'm saying? Now we pay one.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Look what technology does there.
What technology does on a business standpoint. Then as technology. So just think the people that do have cable or do have streaming, they can just log into their own stuff. See, that's technology. You know what I'm saying? It helps right there. But before you were paying money. But yeah, so when you saw that commercial on that man on the Fire Stick, yeah, I mean not the Fire Stick, the Roku stick. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And I also want to add too, I told you some years back, I used to order motivate. I was in a club, matter of fact, years ago they They still do have, I guess, subscription they call them now.
Subscription now.
But back in the old days, they didn't. They call it a club instead of subscription. So I was in this motivational club, and I paid a monthly fee every month, and I would get motivational tapes sent to me automatically every month.
Mhm.
I no longer have to do that with technology now. I have at my free more than I ever could have paid for, to be perfectly honest with you. And I can listen to them as often as I can, when I can, where I mean, it's no limit.
Right.
And I used to pay major dollars for this stuff. And so there you have it.
But I
Uh,
now we
Go
went.
ahead.
Now we go. It's something. Me like yeah, I've been a tech, and not like the hard drive. Well, first storage. Storage is the big thing. We went from the floppy
Right.
CD to the hard drive. Now the hard drive go terabyte. Gigabyte. Now we're in
Right.
terabyte. You know what I'm saying? You can hold so much inside your home. These were things that companies had somewhere locked up, and now we got a terabyte.
That's true.
You know
And
what I'm
now
saying?
you got all of that in the You got all that in the laptop.
In your home. You know what I'm saying? In your hand.
Yeah,
Like I
that's
said,
right.
my wife just bought a phone, and her phone, she got 512 gigabytes on her phone. On just
Yeah,
like
really.
one hand. So we got so much that we can use and store things, just in storage. So, and again, what are you doing with it? How can you use it in the best way to benefit you, to make you get better in this world? That's what day and age is. It a crisis? Like you said, are you using it? Or you always own it? You own TikTok, you don't play video games, but are you using it, in your life to make your life better? In the whole. That's what it's worth.
And I have to say this, and I think about all those meditation series where you could set calm. I mean, they have so much good stuff on their friends. If you ever need to come apart, before you come apart, they have some nice deep breathing, listening. They got a lot of good stuff that you really can take advantage of. But as Fletcher say, is are you going to allow yourself to be constantly bombarded with the distraction, with the gossip that's there too? Or are you going to fill yourself up with knowledge to help you grow, help you move forward in your life? If the example we gave, if you're buying a home, are you gonna take the time? You got free information in the palm of your hand. Are you gonna take the time to find out what steps I need to take to be able to purchase that home? What bad debt do I need to get rid of? Not only get rid of, how do I get rid of it? What's the smart way? What's the best way to to make these steps? What's the best way to go about? What neighborhood should I choose? What price range am I in? You can learn all these things and more.
And,
Most of it's free. Most of it is free. And it just blows our mind because we know that used to cost you some money to
mhm.
get information like that. I
And
don't
so
want to be late. Go it on.
I'm gonna say, I got Airbnb, and I'm gonna show you before the technology. Somebody can check in from the phone. They can book it from our phone. They book it. We see it in our phone. We have a template set up that it automatically is free. It's going to send them a code. It's going to schedule the date. When they come to the house, they put the code in. You know what I'm saying? We don't even be at the house. And
Automatic.
then they send it to our cleaners and let our cleaners know this day somebody's going to be checking out this day. All automatic.
Automatically.
It's automatic. I haven't seen them until my cameras allow. Then my cameras allow me, let me know that they there. You know what I'm saying? And to see it. It just I haven't. I'm not even there. The temperature. I can set the temperature from my phone. Turn the air off. Turn the lights on. You see what I'm saying? All that from my phone. Now, how do you use the technology? You see what I'm saying? Now, but again, before you had to go there, unlock the door, make sure you know what I'm saying. Drive over there, meet the people.
Right. All of that. All
All,
of that.
all of this stuff. Call it. make a call, do that, all that straight through the app, through the technology. Now again, that freed up time. What do you do with that time? Are
Well,
you
brother,
so
I want to take this golden moment, man, to say to everybody out there, we just have a person who just drove up to the show, and she's a little late, but she's here. Selena is in the house. She say, "Clap up, baby, I'm here."
that's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
that's all right. That's all right. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Although we're getting ready to get out of here now, but it's been a real show, and we always have a good time when we come on, being with our friends, talking about things that not only matters to us, but it matters to you. We all living in the same world, friends. And Fletcher and I, we just feel as though we can add and give something back that we've learned over our life, and that we are still learning as we live life. And what we learn, what little bit we learn, we share it with you. And sometimes is good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's ugly, but we still share it. And we gladly do it. And we happy y'all tune in. What say you, Fletcher?
Hey, it's very well said, extraordinary, and we happily would do it gracefully. You know what I'm saying? To give our time up to come here and be a part of our community, build a community that say we believe in you as we believe in us, and we want to get it and pour it out into the world. You know, so that's what it's about, and try to get you to understand that you still have time. You know what I'm saying? You still have the ability to be whatever you decide to be, to do whatever you want to do, to have whatever you want in this life.
Well said. And Selena just made a point before we leave, friends. She said even now on the television we buy, guess what, Fletcher?
Mm-hmm.
They smart TV,
Yep.
which means they come loaded with the tech now. They come with the computer in it, friends,
Inside of it. Yep.
inside of it.
The chip,
And you can carry that TV from room to room.
yep,
A
that
kid
chip.
can carry it.
But like now, you can pause one movie and go another one and look at the same movie, unpause it and look at the same movie. But it's so much that we
It
have,
is so much.
so much.
I gotta add this because I love this. Man, I love this so much. I can, like you say, I can pause it. I don't even have to miss what it is. I don't want to see if I got to stop, go use the restroom, stop, go outside, stop, go in another room, whatever I got to stop, I could come back, even rewind it
Yeah.
and watch it again. I
Yeah.
mean, what's not to like?
But extraordinary. Again, we come from a different era. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we come from an era when we was the remote control. We was the antenna. You know what I'm saying? So, these
Yeah, man, I tell you what. I tell you what.
it ain't no
Somebody driving up and probably say, man, listen to these dudes.
yeah, I know. Hey, they saying like y'all too excited over that. You know, you talking about pausing the TV. You happy about that? Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You
Oh,
know,
my goodness.
and you
I
know,
had to laugh at that because
and sometimes, you know, Selena
it's
said she use her phone to look at any movie. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you can
true.
look at any movie on your phone. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You know,
right,
like,
right,
yeah,
right.
so yeah, we already talked about yeah. To us,
Right. And
yeah.
yeah, you're right. In fact, the cell phone has taken the place of
Oh
all
yeah,
that.
the TV, yeah. But then you can make your phone zoom into the TV. Yeah, it's so much, man. But like I
Yeah,
said,
it's
again,
so much.
to us, because we never had it, you know what I'm saying? We like
Hey,
wow, you know. But the ones that been having it, they don't.
hey, man. That's why to you and I feel like we're in paradise.
No, no, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
let
friends.
me ask you this question, Troy. Of all the
We have
phones,
to laugh at ourselves, folks. We have to laugh at ourselves.
let me tell you this extraordinary. I remember my phone. I laughed. I tell my wife. and it's old. This old stuff. I wanted a phone. You know, back in the day, people had the phones on their belt, and man, the phone that I wanted was the BlackBerry. I got
Oh
that
yeah,
BlackBerry phone, and it did the job, and I got my email. First, you had your little email said, "Oh man, it blew me away." Man, I could check my emails. I could do my that BlackBerry. I was like, man, it blew
yeah,
me away. But
yeah,
again, this is why things feel like us older. That been there, and we've seen the beginning of all this start. But our kids and the grandkids, it's no big deal. It's like this. I tell my kids, I never had my own bedroom. And I be telling my kids, see, you got your own bedroom. They just be looking at me like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all they know. They always had their own bedroom. They know, oh, that ain't no big deal. Because they never not had their own bedroom. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
so that's what the technology. So to us, yeah, this is not a crisis. You know what I'm saying? We see it and we like, but the people that fear it. But it's some great things to have because we understand we've been through this stuff. We've been through the get up and turn the
yeah,
TV channel. We've been up, get up, call to somebody and have to wait the next. It's just all these things that we got now, and take advantage. Just take advantage of it. Use it the right way.
right.
Yeah.
But before we get off the air, brother, I want to salute you for giving back to the community. Fletcher go on live 2 and 3 times a week on Facebook. Then he does a show on YouTube called The Blind Truth. He's constantly giving back to the community. Friends, this is our way of giving back. This is our way of giving back. And we have become a part of many of you all, your life. You all look forward to seeing Fletcher. I know you do on Facebook. Perhaps some of you all look forward to hearing from me on YouTube. But it's a sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice that we selected to do. However, it's like what we often talk about. You see, it's a commitment and showing up. Sometimes we don't feel like showing up, but we have grew people to look forward into hearing from us. And now, yes, we need to be committed. We need to be committed.
Yeah.
And so when we come on and we asking you to commit to yourself, we can't tell you to commit to yourself if we can't be committed to. So I want to salute my brother here because he's committed. He's going on, man, 2 and 3 times, like I say, on Facebook, then going live on his own platform. Friends, if you all had any idea what it takes to go live and sit in front of the camera and talk to you and pour into you as we pour into ourselves, if you had any idea what that takes, you too would salute this man as I'm doing right now, too, friends. So I want to say that with that, friends.
Him being modest talking about me, and he come on the conversation. He come on the things he doing, but you know what I'm saying. He know
But
what.
I'm not coming on. That's man.
Nah,
I'm just trying to tell them, man, what it takes to
nah,
go
that's
live with
But
that.
you didn't tell them everything it takes. It's not just the going live. It's the stuff. Look at the background. It's the stuff. The setting up the show. You know what I'm saying. Being on time. Is all those things that you said. Not and having something to talk about. Extraordinaire. Presenting the way you present it too. So that's what extraordinaire brings to
Yeah.
it. I try.
Being behind the curtain is a whole lot easier than being in front of
Yeah.
the curtain. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
that.
And then not just to take a picture, yeah, but to put something out and to be ready to be criticized. You know what I'm saying? Just to be ready.
Yeah,
Then to put something out and you don't have no one. You know what I'm saying? You don't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? That because you want to put something out, you want to help, and you know what I'm saying to
right,
give something to
right,
somebody, and nobody
right.
gets it. You know what I'm saying? So it's this day is a day by day grind. It is. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It's a daily grind.
It's a steady grind, but it's a passion,
It's
man.
a
That you really
daily
want.
grind.
It's not an easy walk. People think it's all about the money because it's glam, but it's not just that easy. Because again, it's your time, and
That's right.
putting that
Right.
for the people. So yeah,
That's right. Friends, Selena, Ladiana, thank y'all so much for supporting us and showing up live to
Yes.
be with us. We really value y'all and appreciate you so very much. Hey, friends, it's been another great evening. We look forward to doing this. I look forward to coming on and looking on the other side, and I see the amazing Keith Fletcher. I come on to see that smile, friends. So I can't wait till Thursday when we'll do it all again. Make sure you all be here with us. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And that wraps up another powerful episode of world premiere Word on the Streets. We're live every Thursday evening at 7:30 Central Standard Time, and we'd love to have you join us again. So take a moment to subscribe, tap that like button, and become part of this growing community. Until next time, guard your thoughts, speak only what you truly want to experience, and stay laser focused on what matters. Your words shape your world, and your mindset fuels your mission. We'll see you again. Same time, same place. Right here on world premiere Word on the Streets, where truth meets transformation. Stay strong, stay grounded, and as always, stay true.